What's up, everybody? It's your man right here, the one, the only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one of the original road warlords, and as always, bringing you the knowledge and dropping the science in this industry of what we call trucking. Okay, this particular video is my 2-year update. It's my 2-year update with Lone Mountain. You know, the type of truck that I got. You know, give some more insight and stuff, about what to expect, if you choose Lone Mountain as the people you want to deal with as far as getting your equipment. To give a quick synopsis about Lone Mountain, they are a financial institution that is based upon selling you equipment. That's it. That's all they do. They're not about trying to set up your authority or trying to set up your IFTA. They don't recommend what carrier and stuff to go to. They don't have anything planned. They don't have a plan for you. You got to go in with your own plan. They are simply a financial institution that's trying to sell you equipment for your business. That's that. Another thing I wanted to is that Lone Mountain isn't a company that you want to go to if you're talking about trying to expand a fleet. They will sell you a truck, but as far as like purchasing, numerous amounts of equipment from them, if you're going to finance this stuff, then they're just not going to do it. They're cool with selling you a truck. They're cool with once the truck and stuff is paid off and you want to do business with them again, as long as you're a person of good standards. You make your payments on time and stuff like that. As long as they ain't calling you and all the crap there, they'll deal with you again. Cresco Capital is the financial institution that's back in Lone Mountain and stuff. They one and the same, so to speak. But that's the thing there. They real simple people to get along with and stuff. As long as you let them know what you trying to do and stuff like that. But mainly, you ain't got nothing else to say to Lone Mountain except, hey, okay, you really ain't got to talk to them, period. They set you up with ACH, which mean that whatever day your payment comes out on, as long as your money's in there in the bank, they'll go ahead and scoop that on up, send you a receipt, whether it's through the mail or email it. And as long as you keep them updated, as far as like the type of insurance that you have on the equipment and who you leased on with, you probably ain't going to hear from them. Like I said, they're just a financial institution that's built upon trying to sell you equipment. That's it. They don't do nothing else and stuff. The process, again, is pretty simple as long as you know what you're trying to do. So you got to have some experience, You got to know what if you choose that, all right, I'm becoming an own operator. So I'm going in here, I'm purchasing a truck. You got to treat this thing, you got to treat this thing and stuff, man. I mean, real professional. You got to go in with a business mindset. Because it's not like these lease programs and stuff where you just, you're just going in and stuff and they giving you cookies and milk and all this other stuff here and sending you into la la land and stuff. That ain't what it is. They are built upon trying to sell you equipment for you to go out here and to be in business for yourself. Whether you choose to take the truck and lease on somewhere or get your own authority, that right there and stuff, they ain't got nothing to do with that. They're just saying, okay, we're going to sell you the equipment. What's your plan? Is your plan consistent of you just getting this truck to play around and stuff? If that's the case and stuff, then we ain't got time for you. That thing is that when they sell you the truck, they don't want the truck back. All they want is the money based upon the payments that's set up upon the lease and stuff that you got. The great thing about being in the lease, you can write it all off. You're writing it all off and stuff, which is something that you definitely need. If you're going into this this business, you definitely need that write-off and stuff. But that's the thing there. They are solely a financial institution based upon selling you equipment. Now, one of the things that come with the truck, you're gonna get one or two things. If you go in there and get a brand new truck, then you get a bump. You get a manufacturer warranty, which means that if you get this particular truck, if you get a Mack or you get a Volvo or a Kenworth, then you get the manufacturer warranty, from the manufacturer. So if something go wrong, You take it, you know, you get in contact with them, let them know what's going on. You know, if it's a brand new truck, and stuff, then, you know, for the first 100,000 miles at least, it's bumper to bumper. So you just take the truck in the shop, they run your mileage, and that's that. But again, that's manufacturer warranty. They ain't got nothing to do with Lone Mountain, period. They ain't got nothing to do with Lone Mountain. So again, you get a brand new truck, you get the brand new manufacturer warranty that comes with the truck. Understand the terms and conditions that go along with that, if you choose to go that route. Then you got the other option, which is if you get a used truck, then they set you up with these people called National Truck Protection. National Truck Protection, NTP. Now, they are a third party. Business that warranty your truck for 6 months. Okay? 6 months, you ain't got to pay anything and stuff to these guys. But what they're doing is that they're saying now after 6 months, or usually around that 4th month, that's when they start giving you a call, because you're covered for 6 months or 50,000 miles, whichever one comes first. All right? So they're going to reach out to you. And stuff. And, you know, from there, you can set up what kind of package and stuff that you want. You know, you can get a 2-year warranty, 3-year warranty, whatever. But, you know, whatever you set up through them, then you pay them differently. You don't even pay Lone Mountain. They ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay? Now, this list right here and stuff, you know, it comes with what they cover and everything. You know, so I recommend, you know, I really, you know, the 6 months, take it for what it is and stuff, and know where you stand and stuff on your equipment. Because if you running your business like you're supposed to, then, you know, a warranty is really not something that you need, you know, in my opinion, because of what everything that you have to do in order for them and stuff to cover you. But, you know, if it's for free, you know, if they're giving it to you and stuff for the first 6 months for free, then I say, hey, why not take it? Because, you know, things can and do a lot of times go wrong. But, you know, if it's going to minimize the amount of money that you have to spend in order to get your equipment straight, then, you know, that's a good thing for business. Now, again, that's for all used equipment that they have and stuff. It's for 6 months or 50,000 miles, whichever one comes first. The business name is National Truck Protection. And so, you know, they pretty much cover everything and stuff that's going on with the motor. Now, as far as the after treatment system, you got to get an understanding about that. You know, a lot of trucks have the after treatment systems and stuff, and so they do have and they do offer warranties and stuff for that. Now, whether they give it to you for the 6 months, I don't know. But, you know, based upon what I got, my truck wasn't covered under that. My truck wasn't covered under that and stuff, you know. So, but, you know, they do offer it, and, you know, it's all on just calling them and just, you know, getting an understanding, you know, who they are and stuff like that, and what they cover and what they don't, you know, and make sure that you get an understanding about the things that they cover, understand the deductions and how things work, because it ain't a something for nothing deal. Because, you know, even in that 6 months, I ain't had to pay anything, right? But if the truck would have went to the shop, there's some things they cover, there's some things they don't. But in this case here, they say it's a $300 deductible. It's a $300 deductible, which means that your repairs and stuff like that are going to be covered. Your repairs are going to be covered, providing that they fall under the warranty jurisdiction, and then not jurisdiction, the warranty coverage. Excuse me, mine kind of everywhere and stuff. But, you know, as long as you fall under the warranty coverage, then they pay for everything up to $300. Now, I have seen some people had to use the warranty. I forget that YouTube and stuff, but, you know, he had wound up getting a Cascadia, and then from there he traded the truck in and got him a Peterbilt. But, you know, he had to use that deal there and stuff. And again, there was some things and stuff that they didn't cover, which was like environmental stuff. So, you know, he had to pay the $300 plus a little bit of shop fee and stuff. But, you know, again, they didn't really hit him up as much as they could have and stuff if he had to cover the repair and stuff, you know, all on himself. So again, you got to be prepared for that. You know, they didn't get to his truck right away and stuff. I think they had his truck over a week or something. They had his truck over a week. So again, you know, he elected not to stay. he elected not to stay and stuff. He took a bus home and stuff. Then he caught a plane back or something like that. So, again, those are things you got to be prepared for. There are some small things and stuff that do happen, when you get the truck and stuff. And so they say, well, okay, if this happens, what are you going to do? Cause they're going to make sure that truck and stuff is straight before you sign that contract. First, if it doesn't pass that DOT inspection, then it's not going anywhere. And so they tell you, like, listen, be prepared to stay here for a few days and stuff if necessary, because their thing is they're not trying to sell you a piece of junk. They ain't on this lemon stuff like that and everything like some of these other places are, because they understand the importance of having a good reputation. So, it's not like you're going to get there and they just trying to throw you, a piece of junk or whatever. No, it's got to be up to par. They're going to do everything on their half to make sure that truck is up to spec and ready to go. No, if the truck doesn't pass the DOT inspection, you don't get the truck. It's just that simple, and that's basically it and stuff. I had getting started with them and stuff, cause I was having a little trouble with my ACH and stuff. But once you get that ACH started, that's it. They will work with you on occasion if you do have a repair and stuff, and it's like, and the repair is like, if it's up there, like when I had to get my emission system fixed, and stuff, and I got that bill for $8,000, when they seen it and they seen that I was paying for it and stuff, they say, hey, listen, do you need us to suspend the payment and stuff like that? I told them, no, none of that stuff, but they're willing to work with you if you willing, if you show them and stuff, cars, they know how business work. I mean, if you throwing large amounts of money to get the equipment fixed, then they certainly not trying to stop you in that process and say, okay, yeah, we're going to snatch the truck back and everything. They understand things happen. But, as far as like managing your money or whatever, see, that's up to you, and that's the thing there and stuff. In business, you got to be managing your money, because they didn't even have to do that and stuff. They didn't have to suggest that and stuff, but they understand that, hey, look, things do happen, repairs and stuff do get up there, and they say, man, listen, it's best to fix the truck. If we just taking one payment and just putting it in the rear or something like that, or just holding it up, then that's what they do. They know, I mean, they understand they not shrewd in their business or whatnot and stuff, but you got to come in with knowledge of knowing how this business thing works. Cause if you can't look at it like being in the lease program or something, with Prime or something like that, cause of course, I mean, Prime, they got more to lose. So, of course, they'll say, yeah, we'll suspend payments and stuff, because, you get out of that truck, then they got to fix it anyway. But it's not, it's not a game for children, so to speak, and stuff. You got to come in with a real business mindset. You got to come in with a plan, and just handle your business. And, man, I mean, it'll be a smooth transition, So, whether you decide to say, okay, I'm going to go in with a new truck, understand what it means to get a new truck. Or if you want a used truck, then understand what it means to get a used truck, but you got to have a plan. I would urge this, though, is that if you ain't got at least $20,000 saved up, it ain't no point in you even trying to do this. And they ain't just Lone Mountain, that's just anybody. That's any company and stuff. If you talking about getting your own truck and stuff, if you ain't got $20,000 saved up, then you just need to pump the brakes until you get it. Cause that's what you need and stuff, in order to get you started. But to keep business and stuff going, again, if you can get the money, if you can get the capital or something like that, then that's wonderful. Whether it's in cash form or whether it's in credit. But you do need $20,000 of some kind of capital or credit, business credit. If you got that, you good to go and stuff as far as getting started. But I wouldn't start anything less than that. That's what I decided to do when I went to Lone Mountain. That's what I had. And it's a good thing I had it, because the truck didn't really start giving me no problems until I got the truck in October, and it didn't give me no problems until August of next year. You know, so it gave me, what, 9 months? Gave me 9, 10 months of stuff of riding. And so, you know, but then, you know, that 4 months, you know, between August and January, you know, I was kind of back and forth and stuff like that until, you know, I completely eliminated the problem. And so, you know, from then I ain't been in the shop, you know, not for that issue anymore and stuff. But, you know, again, it's a good thing I had that safety net and stuff, you know, to take care of what I had to take care of. So, that's just that, man. I mean, my 2 years with him, I mean, it's been very, you know, it's been, I just don't talk to him and stuff, period. You know, it's just, well, hey, it's payment time and stuff like that. You know, I get a phone, you know, I spoke to him and stuff, you know, recently about, you know, when I changed, when I left Big Rock and then where I'm at now and stuff, you know, I had to update him on that. But other than that, you know, I don't hear from him, you know. They'll send me little stuff. Some people, you know, use me as references and stuff like that. I think I got a gift card from them. You know, somebody put me down as a reference, and, you know, and I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate that very much and stuff like that. So, yeah, they use me as a reference, and that's the thing there. If I get 5 references, then, you know, they waive they waive the payments and stuff like that. So, you know, if you use me as a reference, I appreciate it. You know, but again, I'm no salesperson for Lone Mountain. I'm just a person in the industry that's trying to give you information based upon if you want to go over there and use them as a, you know, use them as a mean and stuff to get you equipment. Cause a lot of times things aren't laid out. They aren't laid out and stuff. And, you know, everybody's trying to acquire information to make sure that the move that they making is something that's going to be a good move. And so I'm like, you know, I'm over there. And I deal with them and stuff, and so that's why I dropped that video. I got to be long-winded about it because, you know, give you the whole ins and outs and stuff like that because, I mean, you know, some people still can be sitting on the fence and they don't know what questions and stuff to ask or what they're going to be prepared for, none of that stuff there, you know. So that's the thing, you know, Lone Mountain, they are a financial institution based upon selling you equipment. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Everything else, you got to come in with your own plan and stuff. You want to go to this carrier, that carrier, and, you know, you got to come in saying, you know, you let them know this is where I'm going over here and stuff. Or they do recommend that, you know, that if you've been with the carrier or something and you just want to get you a truck and go back to that same carrier, see, that kind of helps you because, see, then, you know, you ain't got to really learn nothing. It's all right. I already know how the business is and stuff. I'm just bringing my own truck over here now and stuff and just getting into the thick of things. And so, you know, like I said, that's what helped me is that I was with Big Rock and stuff for over 5 years at the time I got the truck. And so, you know, I was able to show them everything, my earnings, my what I got set up on my escrow, the things I did with Big Rock and stuff as far as like purchasing trailers, you know, paid off 2 trucks while I was over there and stuff. And so, you know, when they seen these things, you know, they said, all right, fine, you know, what kind of truck you want? Can you get us the down payment and stuff? And we'll go on here and get you locked in, you know. The other thing and stuff about Lone Mountain is that, again, you got to be prepared for where you want, you know, they got trucks and stuff available, but you need to know where the truck and stuff is, you know, kind of, it ain't going to always be where you are. You know, they got a facility in Georgia, another one in Texas, another one in Iowa, and another one in Las Vegas. So, you know, when you're looking at that inventory list and stuff, know where the truck is. That way you'll know where to go and stuff to get the truck, cause it's not gonna always be close to you. You know, they try to get equipment, they try to get you linked up to the equipment and stuff closer to you, but you know, sometimes things just don't work out the way they are and stuff. You know, like when I went to get my I wanted to get the Kenworth, they referred me down to the facility in Georgia, you know, but when I changed, when I said, well, you know, I didn't want the Kenworth and stuff like that, and I went with the Cascadia, you know, the one I was looking at, it was in Fort Worth, Texas. So, you know, everything and stuff was set. I said, yeah, this is the truck I want. So instead of me going down to Georgia, you know, I caught a plane out there and stuff to Texas. But, you know, they don't provide no transportation and stuff for you. So, you know, you got to have that and stuff, you know, equated into, you know, your business transaction. Okay, if I got to go out here and stuff, then what's my methodology of getting from point A to point B? You know, so shoot, I called an Uber. You know, I bought a plane ticket and stuff. You know, fairly expensive. You know, it wasn't expensive. You know, from North Carolina to Texas, $132. You know, $132 and stuff. And, you know, I had to pay $10 because of my suitcase and stuff. I ain't had to pay that. It would have been $122. But it cost me $122, and then it cost me $33 to catch an Uber from Dallas-Fort Worth Airport to Lone Mountain. You know, that was it. So, you know, you just got to equate your expenses and stuff like that. And there, of course, you know, the truck didn't have no fuel in it. Yeah, they ain't giving you they giving you enough fuel to make it to you know, to make it to a fuel stop and stuff like that. I think maybe 20 gallons. After that, that's it. You're on your own. So, you know, it cost me, you know, with the deadhead and stuff, back to the house, it cost me at the time $365. Yeah, it cost me $365 to fill the tank up and stuff and drive it all the way back to North Carolina, you know. So you got to equate that and stuff, you know, where you're getting the equipment and then the drive and all that stuff there. Cause they ain't giving you a full tank of fuel. Now your DEF, on the other hand, you might have a full tank of DEF. You'll definitely have a full tank of DEF and stuff, you know. But as far as the diesel fuel, they just gonna give you just enough to go get your inspection and stuff like that and make it to a truck stop or something like that. One more other thing is that the trucks are set to where, you know, when you test drive the truck and stuff, don't get thrown off by the fact that the speed and stuff is turned down. Cause when I got mine, my truck only went 60 miles an hour, you know, and and you know, you got to keep that in mind and stuff, man. Make sure you say that. If your truck is turned down and stuff, and you want the speed and stuff turned up, make sure you do that before you leave. Because again, you know, they'll do it. It ain't nothing to them but hooking it up to the computer, going into ECM and setting the mile per hour and the RPMs and stuff like that at you know, at the spec. But they turn the speed down, so you know, when you test drive and you ain't going out here and flying and stuff like that, you know. But they will forget and stuff that it's set, you know. It's set at that and stuff, and you don't want to be going down the road and forgetting about it. Then you got to come back, you know, because then they're going to charge you, you know. But just make sure you get what you need taken care of before you sign on the dotted line, you know. And they'll take care of all that stuff for you. Because my truck, when I went to get my DOT inspection, it failed. The only thing the truck failed was the drum. The brake drum and stuff was the brake drum and stuff had failed. And so, you know, they went, put a new drum on and stuff like that. They went, put the new drum and stuff on, and being that they mechanics and stuff, they signed off on it, you know, and got my sticker put on the truck and stuff like that, sent it off to the company, you know, and I knocked two birds out with one stone, you know. So that's the thing there and stuff. Oh yeah, the insurance. Make sure you know what insurance company that you're going with. Now I do know for certain that you can't use the old IDA, owned operator independent driver association. You cannot use their insurance for some reason. I don't know, but that's the only people that I know that they will not let cover the equipment and stuff. So you do have to know what insurance, you know, you got to have your insurance and stuff straight before they release the equipment. But, you know, that's just as simple as getting the VIN number. Once you got the VIN number, you send that over to the insurance company and stuff. And then once you sign on the dotted line and you know that's the truck that you want, then you get the insurance covered over and stuff. They'll send the papers right over, and then, you know, you good to go. You know, so got to have your insurance and stuff straight on it. The heavy highway use tax and stuff, you know, just like I covered in the first video, it's not paid. So But what I do recommend is that if you are, if you're leasing on with the company, understand what they're going to do as far as the 2290 and stuff is concerned. Your heavy highways use tax, guys. If you're gonna lease on and they're covering it, then you don't pay it. You let them pay it, and they'll get all that stuff straight. Because what happens is if you pay it, it kind of confuses things and stuff a little bit. Now, you can do that if you want to. Sometimes it is recommended, but if you with a good carrier and you ain't trying to go nowhere and stuff, then see how they handle that and stuff. But it is kind of good that you pay it yourself. That way, if you leave a carrier, one of the things and you go lease on with somebody else, first thing they're gonna ask for is that 2290. Some people ask for it, some folks don't. But for the most part, if you are leasing on with the company, then they usually take care of that for you, and then you just have to pay them back over a certain amount of time and stuff. But just understand, how that's taken care of and stuff right there, cause that could save you some money down the road. But that's the thing there. It's a business that's based upon you and the things that you're trying to do to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Plain and simple. So again, my 2 years with them, hey, it's been a kind of a bumpy road and stuff for the truck, as far as the truck is concerned. But as far as Lone Mountain, as the facility, as the bank, they doing exactly what they doing and stuff. I ain't had no problems with them. I don't talk to them very often and stuff, but when I do, it's always, it's something very minor. Okay, update your insurance or something like that and stuff. But it's just simply making a phone call. Okay, hey, can you send them the receipt, make sure it's been paid, and that's that. They just want to make sure that their investment and stuff, man, is taken care of just as much as you are investing in your equipment. It's as simple as that. So anyhow, man, I hope this video was helpful. Hit me up on my Instagram page and stuff, which is Rhode Island Red Rooster 22. Always uploading things and stuff dealing with my equipment. 2013 Freeline Cascadia. Also, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to contact me directly and stuff. My information is on my page. All I say is that if you do reach out to me, let it be about the industry, and I'll help you out as much as possible. Like I said, still on my grind and stuff like that, but I am accessible. If you want to reach out to me, I just say, be patient. What I want to say is text me first. Let me know what your issue and stuff is, and that way I can be prepared. So when we talk, we can have constructive dialogue in the issue and stuff that you want understanding about. And with that being said, it's your man right here, Rhode Island Red Rooster, telling you as always, continue to do your research, fact finding studies, honest on your skills every day. Till next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy, and peace out.